Mitch McGee. Mountains as far as you can see. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to do one of the most epic trails in Colorado, in my opinion. Definitely by far one of the most scenic. This is going to be Red Cone Pass. We drove in last night into Fairplay, Colorado, and if you guys are unfamiliar with Fairplay, it's actually the original South Park city. So yes, the cartoon South Park is from Fairplay, Colorado. The funny thing about Fairplay is I grew up kind of near there, and my uncle had a lumberyard there. Back in the late 1900s, he used to pay me $3 a day to melt random pieces of lead down to make lead weights, to mold lead weights for fishing lures. Pretty sure you can't do that in today's age. I think we're gonna get ahead of the game. We're waiting on a friend to show up with his Jeep, and we'll air down right here. There he is. Don't forget to mention we're going to be tracking this on the Onyx Off-Road app, so you guys can follow along if you want to do this yourselves. So we met our buddy Shannon here in the ghost town of Webster, Colorado. It kind of established its roots in the 1870s during the silver mining boom. And I believe it got its name from the Webster brothers, who actually built a lot of the roads in the area. Getting in here is kind of rough, and it immediately gets into some rocks.
Yeah, 31s do the job.
It's crazy how fast we're gaining altitude. We've only been on the trail for maybe about 5 minutes, and we've already gained 1,100 feet in altitude. It's amazing how steep and rocky this hill is. Like, I don't remember it being this rough when I was younger. things about Onyx Off-Road is they're always updating and upgrading their app. One of their newest features is the dispersed camping button, and all you got to do is click it, you can turn it on, and then it'll tell you where you can camp from. And as the sponsor of this video, I just wanted to tell you guys that I've been using Onyx Off-Road for quite a few years now. They have been a huge supporter of this channel, and I'd appreciate it if you guys haven't got it, if you would use the code Colt Builds It. You get 20% off anything they got. So I'll leave a link in the description. I'll also pin one to the comments along with a link to this trail. Or if you can't remember the code Colt Builds It, you can always come back after the video to this spot right here and click this QR code. I've had a lot of people ask me what's the thing on my shifter, and that's actually my hand throttle. I got mine from TerraFlex, but you can make your own from like a bicycle shop. That way, if you're in a precarious position, I can keep my foot on the brake, throttle up the gas, and let it out. And I don't have to touch the gas pedal.
There's snow up there.
Oh yeah, that limited slip's working. Nice. Very nice. Come on, limited slip. Engage. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah! Was I hanging tire?
Oh, lots. You did the Jeep wave like 7 times.
Really?
Each tire is like boom, boom,
That was
boom.
awesome.
Yeah. If you guys don't remember Shannon, him and his daughter came with us on our Colorado trip and for my dad when we were up in Holy Cross. But they didn't have this Jeep. He had a big Gladiator on 42s. So, but he's like me. He started wheeling in stock stuff and it showed right there. We have made it to tree line. We're getting ready to start our ascent up to the top of Red Cone Pass. And it goes all the way up into there. One of the things cool about Red Cone Pass is that they really don't know a whole lot of history about it. We know that Webster Pass was put in by the Webster brothers as a toll road that they created for the mining districts out here in this area. And I believe Webster Pass was originally known as Handcart Pass, like a mining handcart. Me personally, I kind of like to believe that the other miners didn't want to pay the toll road and maybe put in red cone themselves. I don't know. I mean, there's no proof to that, no history to that, but there really is no history to Red Cone Pass at all, other than we can probably establish that it was put in by miners.
Thought I never would find my way. Sweet girl, straight from downtown, where I was just another face. They said that we should steer clear of each other. Matches and gasoline, nothing but trouble. Said we never make it, but you ain't seen nothing yet. We're just getting started.
We are about to summit this bad boy right there. And we are well above tree line. When we get to the top, should we have a foot race?
A foot race?
Yeah. At altitude?
I don't know. I die if I try that. Don't want to get sideways or lose traction up here because there is nothing to winch to and it's steep and kind of sloughy rocks. Pinnacle. I'm gonna do my best to block the wind, but we made it. There is not many places on this planet that you can get up to almost 13,000 feet and you keep driving. You don't have to drive back down. You can keep going over. It's an actual pass. And look at this view. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm hearing bald eagles right now. Caw-caw! All right, Brooklyn, what temperature do you think it is up here right now?
I have no clue.
Just guess.
I would say, I think it's like 30. It's not that cold.
I think it's like 50.
I'm gonna say like 47.
Okay.
My guess is about 47
What do you
degrees.
think?
Maybe 45.
37.
37.
Oh, I think
I don't think it's that cold.
I think we'd be freezing.
Maybe with the wind chill.
10 plates on this bad boy.
That's how you do it. Wheel with tent plates. So for obvious reasons, this place is called Red Cone because the mountain of this cone is red. Little known fact, Colorado is Native American for red dirt. So this is where a lot of people turn around and go back down Red Cone because they don't want to go down this one way. And it's a one way because it's steep enough and the danger factor is serious enough that if you messed up trying to come up it, you're probably just gonna die. You're gonna roll off the edge and die. I mean, that's the reality. So they've made this section just one way, and I think it's been one way even back in the 60s when my dad was doing it. So, little fun fact here. Remember I said this is Red Cone, and Colorado is known for red dirt, and the snow gets red. You can see it in there. You can see the tinge of red. The funny thing about that is I remember, man, it's probably been a decade or two ago, there was a lawyer from New York trying to get Moab closed because he showed the snow on not Red Cone but Red Mountain in Colorado with red sand on it, and then showed people on Potato Salad Hill shooting up it, kicking up dirt, red dirt, and said that it was ruining Colorado with what they were doing in Moab, and he was trying to get Moab shut down. Lo and behold, he wasn't from either state. He was from the complete other side of the country. It's just a little fun fact. Like I said, if you guys are part of four-wheel drive clubs, or if you're not, you should, and if you enjoy this sport at all, or even being outside and being able to access it, because you'd be shocked what you find out what people are trying to do to get stuff closed down on you. It's like riding on a knife edge.
Yep.
All right, now that we're off the one-way, we are at the top of Webster Pass. This is 12,103 feet. Right there. And if you're into hiking, that's the Colorado Trail. Runs you over the Continental Divide. So, fun fact of the day, it's Shanna's birthday. She has turned 29 again, and I don't know how many 29 she's turned, but make sure you tell her happy birthday.
Thank you.
Just as we get down it back in the tree line, we're climbing right back out of it because we are heading up to check out what is probably the most dangerous trail in this area, and it's called Radical Hill. According to Onyx, about 15 days ago, a guy went through it, but he says it's still obstructed because he had to winch through the snow. So we're gonna find out if 2 weeks later, if it's drivable through that snow yet or not. Looks okay right there. You'll find out. Okay, passenger. There you go. Keep it straight like that. Looks good. A little driver. A little more driver. Right there. Keep it just like that. Drive right up the crack. Just like you got it. Yeah, a little bit. Just a baby scratch. It's a baby. It's a baby scratch.
All right, I knew that section was going to be fun. We hanging?
No, you're good. The thing I love about driving a small rig is you really have to pick your lines, and it shows driving skills, which I think is really important, especially for those beginning to drive. Driving something that's small where you have to pick your lines and learn your rig is, I think, makes it super fun versus having something huge that you can just go over anything. Cool. I like it. Found a mine. Colt always finds the mines.
Even though this trail's proven itself to be a lot more challenging, the reason that it has its rating isn't because of the obstacles, it's because of the deadly consequences of what we have in front of us. This is probably one of the narrowest roads in North America, and you are completely exposed to the elements. You mess up here, you can kiss yourself goodbye.
might be hard to tell, but this is wicked off camber. Ooh, that was scary.
Yeah, my heart.
Watch that hole on your driver's side. Up the whole mountainside, and we are back in more off-camberedness. Yowzers. Sketch McGee. Up there, you're going down to the bottom. This is radical. Can't believe we made it up with little to no issues. It's very advantageous to have a narrow, small rig. Like, I kind of wish we had the Samurai, because it would have just squeezed between everything. But man, that there's one spot there that the ground actually sloughed out on my truck, way down there, and it was like super off camber. Yeah, it pulled me out. And I would have got a shot of it for you guys when we were in the cab, but I wasn't getting out at that point. Yeah. That was sketch. And what's crazy is we've spent the last, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes working our way up here, and Red Cone's just right there. Like, you can see somebody coming down it right there. Look at all this. Mountains as far as you can see.
Middle of July and still snow.
Yeah, middle of July, still snow, continental divide action. That's what I'm talking about. America.
What about this guy?
Check this out. All right, people, do you know what kind of number 2 this is?
Here's some more number 2, a little bit bigger.
Totally worth it. Shanna loves the mountains.
I do.
She also loves to scare her husband and try to stand on cliff edges, which drives me bananas. Shanna Banana, stop. Shanna Banana, stop. If you listen, you can hear them. You can hear those whistle pigs. They're all talking. Squeaky squeak. If you guys watched Rory's recent video, then you know they're probably talking about something delicious in those trucks they can eat, like antifreeze and copper wiring. We may have pitched that before we came up here. If you guys are familiar with Western Colorado at all, you've heard of Palisade peaches. Bazunga. I've been holding out for that until we got to a top mountain, and we are at the top of a mountain, and it's not even windy right now. Like, this is unreal, unheard of normally. What a beautiful day. We're blessed to be up here right now with this weather. And I'm gonna eat me a delicious peach. You know the song?
Huh?
Millions of peaches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Peaches for who?
Me!
Millions of peaches. Peaches for
You.
free.
Free.
Juicy. If you don't suck on it while you bite it, you're gonna have it all down your shirt. I didn't know that Shannon got these at the store. Coconut mango chewies. They get a 10 to 10 approval.
They're yummy.
Pretty good.
We brought plums from the plum tree.
And not the blueberries. Shannon bought those.
Yeah. You know I love blueberries.
We sat up here and had lunch, and there was no wind, and it was nice. I don't know if I've ever been at the top of a mountain and had it be like that, like ever in my life. So that was awesome. Now we just got to work our way down the mountain on the backside. I will say that if you're afraid of heights, or you're not confident in your driver skill, do not go up Radical Hill. But it is doable with a rooftop tent and with a stock JK. Granted, with that being said, you know, I got a lot of seat time off-road, and Shannon has actually been up that trail multiple times in his Gladiator. So now we're just up here in the high alpine tundra. Just finished the end of Radical Hill Trail, but you are still up in the mountains, and we had a couple of options running over to Montezuma or St. John's or over to Breckenridge. Even we could actually go over to Breckenridge from here. So what we chose, because Shannon lives over in the Denver area, we chose to head down towards Keystone. So we should actually tie back in to the start of Webster Pass coming around over here. We're getting closer to tree line, but we're still above it. Look at all the snow. I was thinking about it, it's actually the end of July, so towards the end of July here. These kind of spots up here will keep snow year round, usually.
I remember all of the people I lost along the way. Maybe a tour guide wasn't the best career choice.
I was gonna say lost along the way. Maybe if you were younger, you'd find them again.
Oh, that's not funny because it's my birthday.
Had to film the Geo Tracker. All right, we just got off the mountain. We got here into Keystone. We're gonna have some pizza. It's starting to rain. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Till
Tell Shannon thanks for coming out. Tell Shanna happy birthday. We'll see you next time.
Birthday
Bye.
girl.
We genuinely appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.